Hello everyone. Today I want to quickly show you something you can start using right now on our platform, real-time voice agents. The idea is simple. You have connected OneReach Voice with a real-time voice agent to make phone conversations feels genuinely natural. The agent reacts fast, handles interruptions smoothly, and it's not limited to just talking. It can also use tools and even MCP servers when you need real integrations behind the scenes. To make this easy to try, you don't have to build anything from scratch. You can import a starter flow that's already wired up as a practical baseline. It's a classic business assistant scenario. The agent can answer questions about the company, and when it's time to move the conversation forward, it can transfer the call. And if you want to go deeper after the demo, so the doc portal already has everything you need on real-time voice. So the key thing to understand is who's responsible for what. The inbound call is handled by OneReach Voice. It's basically the system that owns the phone number, answers the call, and manages everything around call control and conferencing. Once the call starts, the flow spins up the real-time voice agent, calls it from the same bot number the user dialed, and then puts both the caller and the agent into a single conference room. From that point on, OneReach Voice stays in charge of the session. It watches the live events, can route or transfer when needed, and closes everything cleanly when the conversation ends. And inside the room, the real-time voice agent is doing the conversational heavy lifting. It listens to the caller through speech to text. It reasons using an LLM guided by the instruction you provided, and it speaks back through text to speech. Turn talking is managed with voice activity detection, so the timing feels natural and the agent can respond quickly without stepping on the user, which is especially noticeable when the user interrupts or changes direction mid-sentence. So to configure the agent, you mainly shape its behavior and voice pipeline. So you define the instructions, so it knows how to act. You set the starter message, so the first moment of the call feels intentional, and you can tune the LLM, STT, TTS, and VAD settings as needed. The defaults already work well, but you can adjust them depending on your latency targets, voice quality, and language requirements. If you want access to external capabilities through MCP, you can just attach an MCP server by providing its URL and a token if authentication is required. And what really makes this powerful, though, is function calling. This is where the agent stops being a voice that explains things and becomes a voice that can actually do things. You define a function by giving it a name, describing what it does, and specifying its input using a standard JSON schema. At runtime, when the agent decides it needs an action, for example, scheduling a meeting, triggering a transfer, querying a system, so it calls that function and the voice flow handles the execution. Under the hood, each function call is mapped to its own branch in the flow, so you can implement the logic however you want and return a structured result back to the agent using the handler result step. That result becomes part of the conversation instantly, so the agent can continue naturally with the user. You also have a couple of practical controls here. You can make the agent verbally acknowledge that it is running an action, and you can prevent interruptions while a tool is running. which is useful for moments like a transfer where you want the agent to stop talking and let the transition happen cleanly. And if you are building multilingual experiences, you can even override TTS settings when returning the tool result. So the voice can adapt based on what you detect from the user. Another thing I want to highlight is observability, because everything happens inside a live room. The flow can listen to room events and react in real time. Two events are especially useful in practice: transcription diff and silence. So let's start from transcription diff. It gives you incremental STT updates and includes the conversation history items, including tool calls, and it also lets you capture identifiers you can later use to find the full transcript in the file service, which is great for debugging, QA, and analytics. And silence is a simple but important reliability pattern. You define how long you are willing to wait for the user to respond, and if the user goes quiet, you can prompt them in the agent's voice using a save message step. We also handle global behavior like hang up in a clean way. If the user ends the call, we remove both participants from the conference and close the session properly, so nothing gets stuck or left in an odd state. So, all right, with that context, so let's see it in action.
Hi, you've reached the OneReach.ai business assistant. How can I help you today?
Hello. What makes OneReach different from other AI companies?
OneReach.ai stands out due to its deep expertise in both AI technology and user-centered design. We focus on orchestrating actions while keeping humans in control, and our platform is accessible to users regardless of their technical background. Would you like to know more?
You help with my interest. I would like to schedule a meeting with the sales manager.
I can help with that. Could you please provide me with the date, time, and a brief description of what you'd like to discuss in the meeting?
I would like to discuss the possibility of cooperating with you, and tomorrow 10 a.m. works for me.
Just to confirm, that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. for a discussion about potential cooperation. What name should I include for the meeting title?
Yeah, so my name is Bohdan.
Great. I will schedule a meeting titled Cooperation Discussion with Bohdan for tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll get that set up now.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Your meeting is scheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. to discuss cooperation. If you have any other questions or need assistance, feel free to ask.
No, any questions? Yeah, thanks, bye.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day and goodbye.
After the call, the advantage of OneReach Voice plus real-time voice is clear. OneReach Voice takes care of call control and the session lifecycle, while real-time voice agent delivers real-time conversation. So you keep routing and event visibility on the platform side, and when the agent needs to act, tools or MCP make those actions controlled and traceable. And that's everything from my side. Thanks for watching.